Good morning. Hello and welcome to our 22nd Lunch and Learn from the RCAW. Today we are so lucky to have Owens Corning with us. Rick and Stephanie, our local reps, are here, and I'm going to turn it over to them and welcome Dave Banas. And he is going to be talking to us about how Owens Corning can help you capture leads and close sales. So without further ado, Rick.
Yep. Hi, all. And as Tracy mentioned, Stephanie Surrey and I both handle the Seattle area, Seattle market. She handles up north, I handle down south, and we kind of do it together. And then we are lucky enough to have Dave Banas with us, who is our digital contractor manager, and I'll turn it over to Dave.
Thank you. Thank you, Rick. Hello, everyone. Thanks for joining today. So today we're going to talk about our Owens Corning widgets, how Owens Corning widgets can help you capture leads and close sales. So let me get started. Just a quick background on myself. Dave Banas, as Rick mentioned, I'm digital contractor manager for Owens Corning. My background is in digital marketing, web development, and app mobility management, and technology implementation and adoption. I'm the subject matter expert for roofing industry technology stacks and digital tools that help OC contractors get more work and get work done. So essentially what that means is I understand or try to understand the customer journey for homeowners, what digital technology can help them have a great experience. And I help contractors implement that technology. And in addition to that, help contractors with the technology to be more efficient and help them manage their project from lead capture through resulting. So a quick overview of our agenda today. I'm going to go over what our widgets are, overview of what we have available. We have 6 different widgets available, and I'll step through each one. How else they can be used as part of a digital presentation when selling in the home or remotely. Show you some quick examples of our contractors that have them in use. And then at the end, I'll field any questions that might come in. So roofing widgets for contractors, what they are, essentially they're embeddable code that a contractor can put on their website that add functionality. Essentially, they're implemented the same way that you might add an image to a website or embed a YouTube video. Over on the right-hand side, I have an example of what a line of code might look like. They're real easy to install. And essentially, the benefit of them is that they can educate, impress, and inspire a homeowner that is looking at a roof. So we have widgets that will go through and talk about the parts of a roof. They're professionally designed to, kind of establish that contractor as a professional, as an expert, to help that homeowner feel comfortable and, make them want to reach out to them to schedule an appointment. And also to inspire them to kind of imagine what their new roof might look like, what shingles are available, what colors they might add to it. The other benefit of the widgets is that they're always up to date. The code base is hosted by Owens Corning, so whenever a change is made to the widget, whether it's an enhancement or maybe a new color is added, they're automatically reflected on a widget, so a contractor really doesn't have to do anything to get those updates. Some of the widgets are customizable. There are other little bits of codes that they can toggle to change maybe the appearance of it, to limit certain things, and to kind of customize it based on their business. As I mentioned, they're professional looking. Owens Corning puts a lot of time and effort to develop good looking widgets to really kind of set that contractor apart and set us apart from the competition. And the other benefit of them is that it increases engagement and dwell time. We've seen that homeowners that get onto a contractor's website that has them, they spend more time on that website looking around, educating themselves, and ultimately, the longer they spend on it, the more likely they are to want to schedule, an appointment. So dwell time is essentially the time that a contractor or a user spends on a website. Dwell time is something that is taken into consideration by the search engines for SEO. So in a way, these will also help with their SEO. When a search engine sees that a user gets on a website and they spend more time on it, that's kind of a reflection that that is a valuable website, so they're more likely to increase in their rankings. So here are our 6 that we have available, and I'll go over each one. Shingle Explorer, TPRS, Design and Inspire, our visualizer tool, our build your roof, and our warranty. So this is our Shingle Explorer. And basically what it is a contractor can put it on their site so that a homeowner can see which Owens Corning shingle lines that they sell. It helps the homeowner familiarize themselves with the shingle lines and the colors that are available. It's a very simple, easy to use widget. On the right-hand side is an example of it. The color options are reflected down on the bottom, depending on what puts on there. It can be customized in certain ways. You can either have a vertical look with the home on top and the shingles below. It can also be set where the shingles can appear to the right side of the image if you want a little bit more of a horizontal landscape look to it. And if a user clicks on the little shingle view, it'll give a close-up view of what the shingle will look like. And then they can toggle off to get back to a home representation of what that looks like. So very simple, easy to use. And the color options are essentially displayed based on the user's IP address. So you won't run into a chance that a homeowner sees a color that's not available in their area. It helps to limit that and cut down on issues. Next one we have is the Total Protection Roofing System. I'm sure you're all familiar with this. This is a nice, simple, interactive tool that helps to educate a homeowner on the 3 critical areas of a roof: sill, defend, and breathe. And essentially how this works is they can click on the tabs that say sill, defend, and breathe. The top image will change to give them a little bit more information on that. And then within each one of those images are little other things that they can click on to read more and learn more, about a roof system. And the other benefit of it, it helps to sell, the entire Owens Corning roof system.
I get a lot of
What was that, Stephanie?
feedback data.
Looks like we're having a little trouble with you, Stephanie, on your audio. I'll continue on. Next we have is our Design and Inspire widget. I'm sure you're all familiar with our style boards. So this is a carousel version of it that a contractor can put on their website, and they can toggle through and see the different color choices of it. They can, it helps with selection. They can see the different color options. Maybe there's something similar to their exterior. Maybe they're looking to redo their exterior. They can kind of go through and see what's available. It's really simple to use. Rick, is there anything that you wanted to add about it?
Yeah, sure, Dave. I think this is a great concept here, Design Inspire, because generally when people do their roof, they want to do paint their house too, and generally they're all the same age, year-wise. So I think it's neat to have a homeowner pick the color they want on the roof, because that's the expensive part of the redo and of the exterior. And then we just give them ideas for paint that'll match that roofing. So again, it's just something to give them ideas, because it's tough to have a homeowner pick their roofing based on paint that's been there for a lot of years. And if this can give them the look of, say, hey, pick the roof you want and then pick the paint color, I just think that's nice to offer somebody. Not that our colors are the colors they should pick, but just gives ideas and thoughts. That's what I wanted to add.
And it really helps in a situation where the homeowner asks the contractor, what do you think, right? And maybe the contractor doesn't want to say, well, I think you should go with this. It's a great way for them to get some ideas in advance to kind of prevent things like that like happening, right, Rick?
Yep. It takes that, puts that back on the homeowner and not the contractor.
Right. So next one we have is a very popular one. It's our DesignIQ, and essentially it's a shingle visualizer for your home. It's to help with decision making. There are multiple ways that this can be used. There are like samples of homes that you can apply shingles to see what different color options look like. But the feature that everyone loves is the ability to upload their home image and essentially put the shingles right on a picture of their home to kind of see what it looks like. It's easy to use. They can go on, they can upload it. It uses AI to map the roof line to apply the shingles. If for some reason there is a shadow from a tree limb or something like that and the roof doesn't look like, The user does have the ability to go in and kind of edit it and move that roof line over a little bit to better represent what that shingle might look like on it. And then there's also the ability to, try other things on there if they want to, change like the color of the siding or some of those other things like that to get an idea if they're doing more with their home. So it's responsive, it's mobile friendly. It'll work on a laptop, it will work on a tablet, it will work on a smartphone. So it is a great tool to implement on your site to direct a homeowner to really inspire them, really give them an idea, of what they might want to do with their home.
And this is something, Dave, we have on our website, but this keeps the homeowner on the contractor specific website by using the widget.
Correct. And that's one of the great benefits of the widgets is that you're adding all this great content to your website and that homeowner is staying on their site. They're not leaving. As Stephanie said, this is different than the one we have on our website as far as it doesn't direct a user to a contractor. It keeps them on your site, and basically what it'll do is it'll direct that homeowner to contact you instead of going out and looking at anybody else. But great point, Stephanie. Next we have is a build your roof tool. This one is really cool. It's very similar to the TPRS widget, but it's more customizable, a little bit more detailed. Gives a great experience. You can basically go in, customize it, and have components that you sell and have it in there, and basically step a homeowner through that journey and help them to build the roof system, educate them on the parts of the roof. And it kind of works similar to if you've ever seen those websites where you go in and you customize a car, where you're adding a different trim and different things like that. It works very similar to that. You can spin it around and take a look and have a better understanding of what goes into it. This one, you have to be one of our Owens Corning Contractor Network members, because you have to log into OC Connect because the code is customized. So you log in there, it saves it, it outputs a line of code, and then you take that and implement it on your website. So this one, it implemented a little bit differently than our other ones. And the last one we have is our warranty widget. So essentially what it is, it goes through and talks about the warranties that we offer. It makes it real easy for a homeowner to kind of understand different type of warranties that we offer, what's out there, and they can compare them. This is also one that you would have to log into our portal in order to get the code, because the available options that it shows is based on your member level. And here is a close-up essentially what one would look like. And as you can see, you can kind of go through and you can look at, compare them and look at a different type of coverage. The other neat thing about this is there are other different tabs on top. There's a frequently asked questions tab that a user can click on that has a list of common questions that are asked. And again, to Stephanie's point, it keeps a user on the site so that they don't venture away to come over to Owens Corning site. And maybe there's a chance during that journey that they drop off and they don't return. And then there's also a documents tab that there are other, warranty related documents that they can click on, they can download, they can look at. So again, keeps them all right on here. Recommendations for implementing this: if a contractor has a warranty page where maybe they already talk about their workmanship warranty or other manufacturer warranties, this is a great widget to implement there. Or if you're talking about a specific, manufacturer, like you're talking about our shingles, and you have a page dedicated to Owens Corning, as you go through and you talk about the shingles, and maybe you can include this on there as well as you kind of educate a homeowner on what's available, and then the warranty that's available when it's installed. So I've mainly talked about adding these to a contractor's website for whenever a homeowner comes to it, and they're maybe evaluating a contractor on if it's somebody that I want to schedule an appointment with. Another great way to use this is, in addition to that, is part of a digital presentation. So if you're having a presentation with a homeowner, whether you're visiting them in the home, or if they're a homeowner that maybe you're just going to meet digitally and do over Zoom, then these are great tools that you can pull up and implement as well. You can, if you have like a digital pitch deck, you can if you have these on your site, you can include links to them in that deck, so you can, a salesperson can quickly click on it and launch it, and they can go through and they can educate them, talk about what shingle lines are available, talk about the roof system, those type of things. Another way to use this too is it could be added to our resources in our digital selling tool, ProSell. As a quick side note, for those that aren't familiar with ProSell, it's a digital selling tool that we developed with Leap a couple years back, and it is designed to, make it easier and give a better experience selling to a homeowner. You can, have your packages in there, good, better, best. You can have your pricing in there. It can create digital proposals and agreements and have it all in there. And it is a really great tool to use for digitally to helping close that sale and to sit there and build that quote with the homeowner. ProSell also integrates with several other tools out there in the market to make that experience a lot easier. It integrates with Eagle View, so you can pull your measurements right in from Eagle View to populate. Also it integrates with Hover and Roof Scope, so you can pull those reports in as well if you happen to use those services. ProSell connects to several CRMs in the industry, like Job Nimbus, Job Progress, Market Sharp. So if you use any of those, any appointments that you have can be sent out to ProSell from there, and then the result of that appointment can be sent back into your CRM. ProSell also does financing, so if you offer financing, it'll integrate with several lenders like Service Finance, so you can do the credit app and apply for it for the homeowner, all within the tool. So I just wanted to just take a couple seconds to go over and just talk about that for people that might not be familiar. But one of the other big things with that is our digital resources that are in it. All of our literature is digitized in there, so you can pull it up, and it's a great place to have tools like this that you can put bookmarks and stuff to them, to your website, so that you can use as part of your pitch. So I want to show a few quick examples of some of the widgets in use. So here's one in use here from Owens Roofing. How they've incorporated is they have, a general overview of their services and replacement. They kind of spell out what they do, and then down below, is when they mention they use Owens Corning shingles, and then they have the example of it here. This is what I mentioned before, how it's changed around, where it's more of a horizontal view, where they have the image on the left, and then the different color options on the right-hand side. Here's one, Franciscus Incorporated. They actually have it running vertically. They have 3 different shingle lines on here that they have below when they mention our shingles. So this one is a little bit more colorful, a little bit more images on there. And as a user goes through and looks at the different shingle lines and they click on the different color options, then the color on the home will change, so they can kind of get an idea of what that would look like. There's another contractor that worked in the shingle one with going through and explaining, shore nail technology or color, the warranty is a brief overview. So instead of just having text on a website and having all that copy, this is a great way to liven it up a little bit. It's impactful, gives some visualization to it and gives a better overall experience. Here's another one that they've incorporated TPRS in. And they've worked around their own content as well to kind of go through and do that. Here's another one with TPRS where they've this is American Way Exteriors. They've gone through. They've talked a little bit at the top, and then they've implemented it down below. Just as a side note, there's a chat feature down on the right-hand side for them, having as an option there to chat with a homeowner if they have any questions. That one I noticed happens to be one of our business service partners, Podium. If you don't use chat on your website right now, and it's something that you've been thinking about, I highly recommend taking a look at Podium. They're a great partner of ours. It's a great tool for communicating with homeowners, and also the additional features can help you increase your reviews that you get for Google reviews. And there are many other functions that it can do as well. So if it's something you're considering, highly recommend checking Podium out as well. So where to go if you want more information on our widgets? We have a widget landing page on our site, which has all the information on our widgets, descriptions. how to implement them, the code, anything like that. So it's owenscorning.com/roofing/widgets. And if you have any other additional questions on our contractor network, the widgets, or pro sales I mentioned, you can reach out to Rick, Stephanie, and Amanda. And so that's what I had to present. So if anybody has any questions, if anything came in on chat or anything like that, happy to answer any questions.
Just one point, you pointed out that Podium was integrated with chat. Podium is an RCAW associate and gives discounts to RCAW members. So if that is something that you're interested in integrating with these widgets into your website and everything, definitely mention that you're an RCAW member so you can have a discount on that product.
Yeah, Podium's great, and essentially implementing their chat feature on your website is as easy as implementing our widgets. It's just a couple lines of code once you get your account set up, and then you have that chat feature that's on there. So when a user comes to the site and they enter in that chat, then you have the option of getting that chat going to the Podium app on your phone that you can respond, or it can go to a portal if you have somebody in the office, that sits there and answers the phone and can take questions. So it's a great way to have a great experience with homeowners that come to your site.
One question, what financing programs integrate with ProSell?
Good question. So Service Finance and is the one that we have we have a relationship with, but there are about nine other ones that we also have too. So I can get more information out to you, whoever wants that. Usually a lot of I think Green Sky also integrates with that as well. There's a list on leap2digital.com that has it.
And Leap to Digital is one of our sponsors, and they also provide discounts to RCAW members. Do the widgets provide analytics for contractors? Is there anything that comes back through that gives analytics for who is using them on their website and such?
So there's no reporting for the widgets on when they come through and use them right now. Essentially, what I would recommend to a contractor is, have Google Analytics installed on their website and just pay attention to the pages that the widgets are on and getting some usage, and try to set some code up that way to kind of see. But there's not any analytics that we provide on usage.
Besides the BYR page and the warranty page, are all the other widgets available even if you're not a preferred contractor with you?
Yeah, so if your rewards, if you sell our products, yeah, you can put them on your site. There's also, we have some distributors that sell our shingles that have them on their site as well, so they can use it. It's just that the build your roof and the warranty, you have to log in because they're customizable and some of those things that they're just for our members.
But yes, all the others are available. And that's a good point about distributors. They can put the products on their website as well.
Yep.
Those are all the questions that I had come through. Are there any other questions that anyone else has out there, or any other comments, Rick or Stephanie?
I just wanted to add, thank you, Dave, for your presentation. I think websites, seem pretty simple. They've been around for a long time, but what they're finding is the research shows that homeowners are really expecting a company and a brand to have a solid website. So doing things like adding widgets can make your website more professional, increase the time people spend on your website, and increase, your leads and your sales as a result. So it's definitely something to focus on, because what we've seen is that if a homeowner goes out and doesn't see a solid website, they're just not even gonna, give that contractor a chance. So just wanted to thank Dave, and please reach out to Rick or I if you have any questions. We can get you in touch with Dave if you've got any more specific digital questions, as he's our expert. But we just want to thank everybody for attending today, and feel free to shoot us any questions afterwards.
Yeah, thank you.
Sure.
Thanks,
Thanks for
Dave.
joining, everyone.
We appreciate you, and we will have a recording of this up on our YouTube page in the next few days. So if you want to refer back to it or direct anyone to this in your travels, that you can certainly do that. And I just want to thank you so much, Dave, and thanks to Owen Corning for all of the support that they give the RCAW. Really appreciate it.
Sure. Thanks for having me. And, if anybody has any questions, they, want to reach out to me directly, they can get my email from the slide that I had on there. When you go back and look at the recording, happy to answer any questions about the widgets, any of the other integrations, any of the other business service partners that we have, that I mentioned, because my role is to kind of understand where they play, how they work together, if they do, and then, talk to contractors and find out how they go to market and, how those tools can work for them.
Fantastic. Well, thank you everyone for joining us today. And if there's no other questions, we'll let you all get back to work. And I hope that this was everything that you were looking for. I think it was fantastic. I didn't know that you had all this stuff available, and I think it's wonderful. It really can enhance a contractor's business.
Thank you so much for having us, Tracy.
Yeah, thank you guys. Take care.
Yeah, thank you, Tracy.
Bye.